Hello, I'm Karen Stiles. We're back today for the second instalment of the 2018 Quiltmania Mystery Block of the Month. We called it Bathwick and we are progressing along with the next stage. We're going to use fabrics that we have left over from last month as well as some new ones in our collection. There's a new stripe and the same stripe but a new background, some new colours, and we're also going to use this particular fabric that we made all the holes in the first instalment. It'll be cut up to make something new and it'll look just as beautiful. We're also going to use two of the templates from the acrylic set. Now remember, these templates may not be the same numbers as they are in your magazine. Just check the size against the page, the pattern page, and they will work perfectly. So we're going to make Ohio stars, and they'll be all different colour combinations as we go through for the month. Some of these will have fabrics from the first month and others will be entirely from the new fabrics. Have a look at our Facebook page if you'd like to see more of the colour combinations for these stars. We'll be making 20 Ohio star blocks in this month's instalment. They'll all be different colours as I mentioned earlier, but I've done them by machine. I've found that was just a little quicker for me to do. So we need to make these pieces to make the star together. We're going to start off by cutting 3 1/4 inch squares. For each star, I'm making more components to this star. For each star we cut 2 of the same colour, 1 of one contrast and 1 of the background. This particular fabric is going to be our background, the little one with the pink dots on it. On the back of the lighter coloured fabrics we're going to draw a line from corner to corner, and this will be a guide to show us where to sew on our sewing machine. And draw down there, pop those aside, and then we're going to take one of the 2 squares with one of the coloured squares and we're going to stitch 1/4 inch either side of the line, which is what I've done on here. Can you see 1/4 inch this side of the pencil line and then 1/4 inch on this side of the pencil line. If you push those open, see we've now made a new half square triangle block. So once you've stitched that along, you're going to take a rotary cutter or a pair of scissors and cut along the original pencil line like so. That gives us 1 half square triangle and there's a second one. Let's see if I can open it. Okay, so that gives us 2. So we'll go through until we make different coloured ones. So we've stitched together the blue check with the floral and we'll stitch together a blue check with the background dot. Once you've cut them open, you're going to press them with the iron so that they go to the same colour. I've done both of these to the blue check section. Then we're going to lay them right sides together and line them up along that edge like so, so they're on top of each other. And then with pencil again we're going to draw a line going across from this corner to this corner. I'm going to use a line on my little ruler here to make sure that it lines up on the stitching line so that it's parallel and makes a nice right angle edge there. Okay. So once we've done that, we'll take it back to the sewing machine, and I've got a little one here that I've pre-stitched. There's my pencil mark through the centre, and I've stitched either side of this one as well so that we've got 2 lines of stitching 1/4 inch either side of that centre line. If I open these up for a little test, you can see that it's made a 1/4 square triangle now rather than a half square triangle like we did before. Once you're happy that you've got enough of those matching pairs, we get that little ruler again and the rotary cutter, and we're going to cut through like so. And when I open this up, you will find I have one of those that's got 4 triangles in it, and there's another one. Take it to the ironing board again and give it a little press open. Now this is how I've laid it out, and we've got 3 of those, and this will be our 4th one. It will sit in here. I do like to have my pieces nice and neat on the edge, so we could use this square template, which you will find in the paper pattern sheet in the magazine. Match it up to this size. It will measure 2 1/4 inches, and I like to pop it on just to make sure that I still have the right size measurement. With a ruler you could check that it's a 2 1/4 inch square. You can rotary cut those little points off, or you can simply use your scissors and trim them off so that they're nice and neat. Just like that. There we go. So that's all nice and neat in there. And then this one would sit in here. This goes together like a 9-patch block. So we would sew this row together first, followed by this row, followed by this row. And then when the rows are complete, you would stitch them together to form a star. So I've got one here that is just a star without the brown stripe edging on it. You can see from both of these stars that I've used fabrics from the previous month. Here's our little white floral and the pink floral, and this was the blue that we used in the center star of the block. So let me just put these away for a moment. There's so many different combinations that you could just keep stitching and stitching and come up with a different one every time you pull out your fabrics. So now that we've got a completed star, I've pressed it nicely on the back so that it all sits lovely and flat. We're going to attach the brown stripe border. Very simple little border, but it's a bit of a mystery where it goes, but once we put it into the final quilt, it will look beautiful. So with this one, we're going to attach a little brown border on this side, a little brown border on this side, and these ones here will have a little cornerstone attached to them first before they get sewn to the star. The finished block will be a 7-inch star. It will be a 7.5 inch as you measure it as it sits finished, like these ones. But by the time we take off the seam allowances, it'll come back to a 7-inch. Have a quick look at some of these other designs that I've got here. The possibilities are truly limitless. Let's see what we can do next. My Ohio stars have been completely machine pieced. That's how I like to work often, and speed sometimes is a necessity. But do you like to hand piece? If you do, you can use the acrylic templates that we have. You may have used them for month 1 already. 2 of the shapes from month 1 are suitable to do your Ohio star too. We've got the square for the corner and the center, and the triangle shape will sit nicely in these sections here. See? The instructions to cut the sashing strips and the little cornerstones are in the magazine. With the acrylic templates, just double check that it's the same measurement that you have chosen that's on the pattern sheet, just to confirm that they're the right shapes. So that's our little star for this month, this instalment. Pop them aside, make 20 of them, put them aside with your center block, and hold on to them because we will be using them when we put the whole quilt together in the last month's instalment. So until next time, it's Karen, and I'll see you later. Bye.